guy, what was that guy's name, number 12? I think it was Brady. 10 starters has Belichick lost. So, Shannon Sharpe, from what you see from Bill Belichick right here, right now, what is New England's record going to be next year?
Well, Skip, you said he lost 10 starters. It's hard to lose something that you set aside the curb. I didn't lose that. I didn't want it. I wish I could give it to you in a better scenario, but you know what that means, Skip Bayless. When if Coach Belichick lost something that he wanted? But I trust Coach Belichick. I have the utmost faith in him. They still possess the number one defense. Now, I believe there's a good chance he probably will become more involved on the defensive side of the football. You know, Skip, it looked like his son, I think his name is Steve, and Jared Mayo split the duties, but it seemed like his son was calling the defensive plays last year.
Yes.
Maybe Coach Belichick goes back, have a more hands-on situation with that unit, even though it was really good last year and spurts, it was great. But a part of me wants to say 9-7, but it's hard for me to believe Coach Belichick doesn't win double-digit games. Just him alone with no talent. I believe at this juncture of his career and how great he is and what he can get guys to do to believe in him, I believe they'll be 10-6. 10-6. Skip, look, until I think the number one thing that what scares me about Buffalo, what scares me about Miami is, Skip, we have expectations of those teams now. We saw what Miami was able to do down the stretch. You mentioned they beat Philly, they beat the Patriots. We see what Buffalo was able to do. So with the expectations, they trade for Stephon Diggs, the Bills did. The Jets hadn't made enough moves, Skip. Now maybe they got something coming down the pipeline via the draft, but I just can't say with any degree of certainty that Miami is going to be really, really good. They're going to build on what they did last year. Buffalo will build on what they did last year. I trust Coach Belichick. I'm going to say they'll be 10-6.
Well, Fox Bet says that the over-under on Patriot wins is 9.5, so you're going to 10-6. I want it in concrete right here, right now. I want it in stone. Shannon Sharpe, the Hall of Famer here on Undisputed, says Bill Belichick's team without Tom Brady will go, I'm writing this down, 10-6. How many cases of Diet Dew do you want on 10-6? Would you like 2 cases, 3 cases? You name the cases. 3. I will take that bet right now. 3. Okay, 3
We'll do
cases.
3. We'll do 3.
Hall of Famer. Okay, Hall of Famer. 3 cases of Diet Dew on Patriots going 10-6.
I got a bet for you. I got a bet for you. How about we do this one? The Patriots will have a better record than the Bucs. Let's do that one. Let's do that one.
Done.
Mr. 12-4.
Okay, you want... Okay, I'm Mr. 12-4. I'll do that because I cannot see Belichick's team right here, right now being better than 8-8. I'm being nice to the GOAT coach to say 8-8 because I can't see where they're headed. So, okay, do you want those 3 cases on Tampa versus, Brady versus Belichick and wins then?
I want 3 and 3. I want 3 cases. They're going to win at least 10 games.
Okay,
I want 3 cases. They're going to have a better record than the Bucs.
Done and done. Thank you very much. Now, let's see what Bill Belichick has done so far in free agency. Here again, what he has not done. He has signed the immortal Bo Allen, who used to play for the Bucs, a defensive tackle. Adrian Phillips was out last year, but he's a very good special teams player. I'll give you that one. Not bad. Damiere Byrd wasn't bad for Kyler Murray last year, but started, maybe 3 games for Arizona. Not bad. Then the immortal Brandon Copeland was signed, another defensive tackle. And, of course, Brian Hoyer, as soon as the Colts cut him, he is now on his 10th stop in the National Football League and has gone back to New England once again, as we think the backup quarterback, because by all accounts, Bill Belichick wants to go forward with Jared Stidham. I've already told you I'm not the biggest fan. I don't think he's bad, and I don't think he's a bust, but I think he's going to have a really difficult time filling those winged cleats once worn by number 12 for 20 years in Foxborough. So if Jared Stidham starts next year, you will be lucky to get to 8-8 because it could be one of those. In fact, you brought it up. it could be a bridge year. It could be a rebuilding year, except I'm not going to let the GOAT coach off the hook by giving him a pass for next year. If he's that good, if he ran Tom Brady out the back door, then he should have a plan A, not a plan B or C, a plan A to get out of this, because, Shannon, I'm going to quickly run through all the players that he lost, starting with Tom Brady and then going to Philip Dorsett. These are all starters from last year. Philip Dorsett, Ben Watson, who was 39 years of age, he just retired. Ted Karras was the starting center last year. Danny Shelton, defensive tackle. Landon Roberts, who's a very good linebacker. Jamie Collins, who had a really good year last year. Kyle Van Noy had even a better year last year. Duron Harmon, he traded to Detroit, and then he cut his longtime, very good kicker, Stephen Gostkowski. So Belichick does have the 23rd overall pick, and Mel Kiper has him penciled in right now, taking Jordan Love out of Utah, the quarterback. But Todd McShay says Jordan Love's going to go to the Chargers at number 6. So I don't know. Somebody's going to be really wrong on that one. But maybe if Belichick gets Jordan Love, I can't see Jordan Love starting next year. So I think, 8-8 still looking like the right pick there, and you're looking really bad at 10-6. I'll give you this.
I know.
Belichick has a bunch more draft picks. He's got 3 picks in the 3rd round. Remember, he gave up the 2 for Mohamed Sanu. That was a sweet move because that was a bust. So Belichick's got 3 picks in the 3rd. He's got a 4th. He's got a 5th. He's got 4 picks in the 6th round. Is that going to put you over the top? He's even got 2 7th-round picks. He's bottom heavy with draft picks. I'm just not sure how you parlay that into instant success next year. I could be wrong. I know he's very good, but go ahead.
You remember, Skip, when Jamie Collins left in Cleveland, how did Jamie Collins do in Cleveland? He did good with Bill, Coach Belichick, and the Patriots only. Kyle Van Noy, how did he do at his previous location? Kyle Van Noy became a name in New England. So
he did.
You need to, Coach Belichick has a way of taking guys that at the first stop, they didn't enjoy the level of success that maybe the team thought they would. And he says, you know what?
Yep.
It wasn't that guy. It was that you didn't know how to use the guy. See, Skip, if I buy a forklift, I should own a warehouse to lift pallets. But if I buy a forklift to be in a parade, I'm not getting the use of him. See, they don't know how to use them. Coach Belichick gonna know how to use them. And them 4 6-round picks, 1 or 2 of them might turn into be a Brady. But Andy Dalton is still in play, Skip Bayless. Andy Dalton is still in play.
Okay, he might be. I'll give that. Would maybe change it. You might have a shot with Andy Dalton. I'm not seeing that yet. I'm also going to remind you, Buffalo did make the playoffs. You point out Diggs is now a Bill, and the Dolphins next year have a record. They have the most picks in the whole National Football League. They have 14 draft picks, including 3 in the 1st round. I'm going to make the case that Buffalo will be better than New England next year, and I think the Dolphins will get better than New England will be next year. I don't know if they're going to get Tua with the 5th overall. I don't know if they're going to trade up for Tua. I don't know if they're going to go with Ryan Fitzpatrick for the whole year, but I think they're going to be a big threat to Belichick at least next year. So Shannon Sharpe, the Hall of Famer, is dug in at 10-6. I say, here's stuck in my hovel here in West LA, I'm going 8-8. That's enough for that one, because next up, we got to return to the National Basketball Association and talk about Giannis wimping out. Stay tuned for this.